the Certified Love Moment. I'm your host, Tommy Two-Tone Taylor. With me is Christopher May and Josh.
Thank you.
Go on. Thank you. Welcome to the Certified Bro Moment. I have my host Chris and Josh with me, and there's nothing different. It's just us, the same people as well.
Same three people.
It's me, Josh. I'm always on the show. What show number is this?
There's 5 uploaded. One 3-hour set of from a previous podcast, and then one that needs to be uploaded. So this would be 7.
And I've been here for all of them.
Josh, don't you love playing your guitar?
Is that what I do? Yes, I do.
Don't you love going to Rowan for music production?
Yeah.
Is that what I do? Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Don't you? How about your African American girlfriend? You love her?
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Don't you love being part Native American?
That too? Wow. I'm learning a whole bunch of new stuff about myself today.
What about you? So, do you want to hop right in? Well, actually, let's just
Hippity hoppity, get off my property.
let's talk about our weeks. Have any of you have you guys watched anything or seen anything or read anything?
I watched The Masked Singer this past week.
Ooh, you
Great
want to hop
segue.
right into it?
Great segue.
I know.
That is really good.
I'm a pro.
Here's the thing. Well, you've been doing it with us for I don't know
That's true.
how long.
I have so much experience with being on this podcast.
And you have been on another podcast.
I have? Oh yeah. I have.
No, Josh.
Not.
Josh Burns has never been on another podcast. Josh Burns has
But
never.
he already said it. All right.
Yeah, but I'm cutting it out.
No.
So, yeah. What are you?
Stupid.
Only
The Masked Singer.
only Josh and I have seen The Masked Singer. So.
Oh, I didn't see the Masked Singer again.
Yeah, you're slacking. You're really slacking, aren't you? Ow! Don't stop.
Why'd you say ow? I didn't even hit you.
I was prepared. I come prepared. So, yeah.
This was actually the first episode of The Masked Singer I've ever watched.
No, it's not.
No, it's
That's
not.
not.
All right.
It's not. We
You've
gotta.
seen all but one.
Okay, Josh. We gotta remind you. You've
Yeah.
seen. You've seen.
I've seen every single episode of this series.
No. You
You've
haven't
seen
one
several
of
with
them.
me.
He missed one of them.
He missed one.
Josh, you've missed one.
I missed one of them.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've seen every single other episode.
So what
That's fair.
what did you think of the well, you know our rating system, right? It's how
Give me a refresher.
so based on the shock value, the insight of the
Wait,
judges,
is there a level of shock value on The Masked Singer?
the surprise.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah.
gotcha. When it's revealed who it is.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
No, it's not like Ken Jeong picking up like a steel chair and smacking
Yeah.
Robin Thicke in the head with it. But
From the top!
Dr. Ken Jeong.
I thought like shock value, like how far they could push the envelope was shocking you, and like
yeah, Ken Jeong's about to say the N-word. Live on NBC.
some shock.
Thank you,
humor.
NBC.
Wait, no,
Quality
is
content.
it Fox?
Fox.
It's
It is
Fox.
Fox?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
hold on. No, we can talk about this afterwards. Never mind, keep going.
so, based on those, I guess 2 factors, we rank them on how many cahoots we gave.
That's right.
And it
One-
can be out of how many numbers you have.
Yeah.
How many cahoots you want to get.
Yeah.
Mm.
So you get to choose how many cahoots it's out of and how many cahoots you give.
Okay. And you want me to do that now?
Do it.
What? No.
Now.
Yeah, we're forcing you.
Do it.
We actually have a steel bat to his knee.
7 cahoots out of 9.
Oh, so you really liked it?
It was decent. Yeah.
I give it 5 cahoots out of 10.
All right.
It was fine.
Well, I'm gonna give it 17 cahoots out of 36.
But
Well,
you,
you haven't watched it.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter.
Do you know who it is?
No.
Okay.
I didn't even know who it doesn't matter.
Spoilers. It's the Raven. The Raven lost, and
It's Raven Simone.
I thought
That
it
would
was
have been.
Raven
I
Simone.
actually that did cross my mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, this is Raven Simone, and then it was Ricky Lake. I don't know.
Who is Ricky Lake?
I don't know. It's
Ricky Lake
it's a
was
talk show
She,
host.
she hosted a talk show back in like the 90s, early 2000s.
Oh.
She was
I
also
was
an
barely
actress in the
alive
80s.
then, so.
So yeah.
Doesn't matter.
How old am I?
You're 20.
20? Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So I wasn't really around for that stuff back then either.
Yeah.
She was also in the original Hairspray movie from back in the 80s.
The one with John Travolta as
No,
the mother?
like before
Oh.
that, there was like the original version.
The original. Of
Yeah.
The original.
Well, I only watch the John Travolta one once a year, and
You're a purist.
yeah, it's actually a big sacrifice, like a ritual that my father and I congregate together.
You're defaming your father again on the
Yeah,
podcast.
we buy a dog once a year just to sacrifice to John Travolta and drag.
How come,
While you watch Hairspray?
how come you guys haven't sacrificed Ollie yet?
We actually really liked him, so we're like, yeah, we can keep Ollie. He'll
Is
be
that
the
what's the other dog's name?
Stevie. He's the one this year.
The one you were kissing.
Yeah. Okay. Ah!
Sorry. The one that kissed you. Ah! No, we're not cutting this out, Tommy.
Okay. Ah!
You kissed the dog, but without tongue. That's what we agreed on.
Yeah. Okay. So,
You were there for it, Josh.
Was I?
Yes.
yeah, you were.
You didn't. You
Was
went.
that
You
the
didn't.
day we went back to
you
his
didn't
house
see it.
after...
No.
No. You were there for it, Josh
Oh,
Burns. You were
yes.
there for it.
Yes, I was there. Absolutely.
You were at my father's house, which any other Josh, say Josh Zimmer, might have not have ever gone
Yeah,
to.
that Josh Zimmer guy, I don't know
That-
about him, but...
Josh Zimmer guy, I don't think has met Josh Burns.
Yeah, I know. I keep telling
No,
him.
I met Josh Zimmer once in passing. He seemed like a pretty awesome guy.
Yeah, I know.
And we had like...
But Josh Burns, you suck. I'll
Josh
yeah,
Zimmer
I'll
is
leave you
not
at another
awesome at all.
Goodwill again. So, yeah.
Should we tell that story?
Do you want to talk about Goodwill?
Going to Bidwell.
Oh wait, hold on. First, that really cool guy, Josh Zimmer, told me this fun story about me and Josh Burns about this fun story about Rent live on Fox, and I think Josh Burns should tell the story.
Oh yeah, so I heard you guys... Did you watch Rent?
No, I didn't.
Were you planning on watching Rent?
We joked about
I
it.
heard through the grapevine that you guys were planning on watching Rent. Anyway, did you hear what happened?
What happened?
Alright, so it was supposed to be Rent Live. I'm not fully up to date on the entire story, but from what I
Well,
think...
it's about the gays, that's all I know.
Well, that, but like the story behind the live show and what happened to it. Apparently, it was supposed to air on a Sunday, and I think maybe the Saturday or Friday before that Sunday, one of the lead actors got injured, and so they couldn't do it live. So they, instead of doing it live, aired a pre-taped dress rehearsal of the Rent show, and everybody got up in arms about it because it wasn't live.
False advertising.
False advertising. I didn't watch it. I didn't care.
Well, yeah, that's just stupid.
Mhm.
I mean,
Rent.
why would you...
Shown on Fox.
Who actually watches, like, the Fox Live stuff? And it's like,
My sister.
yeah,
Have they done many others?
that doesn't just...
They did was it Grease?
They did Grease, they did A Christmas Story, they did,
Oh, I heard A Christmas Story was awful.
Christmas Story was awful.
I hated. I saw Grease. I hated that.
Peter Pan,
Oh,
with Christopher Walken as Captain Hook.
Oh yeah,
I
that was,
was-
on.
I was
that
gonna
on-
watch Peter Pan, but I never did.
Yeah,
Because I was like,
Was that NBC?
I think it was on NBC. Yeah,
that was NBC.
they did The Sound of Music also. I think on NBC.
Yeah. And then I think they just stopped and Fox picked up the whole entire, live.
when are they gonna realize no one cares?
Yeah. Well, you said your sister.
She only cared about Grease.
Oh.
But when
I
they
like Grease.
first did it, I don't remember what the first musical they aired was, but I remember it was a huge, big ratings bonanza. Like everybody watched it,
Just like the Super Bowl.
And then,
that
yeah,
went downhill.
and then everybody kind of jumped on the bandwagon. And in like the last few years, nobody's really cared about them at all.
Because they haven't done Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief off Broadway.
Thief.
It's
But-
actually a pretty good musical.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't they have like
Percy
winged
Jackson
Converse or something? Or is
Well, that's in the story.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
So-
But they have like weird props. Weird
I mean, it's off Broadway, so they gotta do what they can.
Did I ever tell you that how Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, the movie, got spoiled for me?
No. Did you read the book?
Yeah. Well, no, I did not. I did not read the book.
That's you didn't read the book before you saw the movie.
Yeah.
That's really sad because
But I read the book.
Trash.
Yeah, I read the book afterwards.
That if I saw the movie before I read the book, I would have been like, I'm never watching this movie.
So
I'd rather vomit than read the book.
I was gonna see the movie that day, and my dad's like, before we go see the movie, we're going to your barber's, and my barber. He's a good man, but he's a very dubious man, and he has a.
What does that mean?
He's not on the side of the law. Let's just say that.
Conniver?
Yes, and he has several schemes. One being pirated movies.
Oh.
And he was showing, like, this guy wanted to see if it was. He wanted to buy Percy Jackson for his kids, and he, I guess, he wanted to see if it was all, like, if he wasn't getting, like...
If he was getting the full movie?
Yeah, if he was getting the full movie, you know? And then, so he's like, yeah, I'll put it on my not CCTV, my CCTV.
Closed circuit television?
We're gonna watch this through the security camera. Hold a phone up to the security cameras watching it.
But yeah, he put it on his like little, you know those
DVD, like a portable DVD player.
No, it was like those block TVs.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah, so, and there was nothing else to do, so I just started watching, and then I realized it was Percy Jackson halfway through. I was like, okay. So I had the first half of the movie I already saw. And my dad's like, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be in here. You shouldn't be seeing
what
this.
you doing?
Yeah, because my dad really wanted to see it with me. And so
you're the one that destroyed the relationship.
Yeah.
That one moment.
I'm pretty sure the divorce destroyed the relationship, but we could get...
That's another episode.
Yeah, that's another episode. Well, this is the love episode.
But that'd be the lack of love episode.
Speaking of love, let's hop right in to our main topic.
And the reason that we made sure Josh was here.
Josh Burns. We made sure that Josh Burns was here with his
Can we just tell him?
With his African American girlfriend. Hello,
yes,
it's me.
That's me.
Yeah, so we have Josh here, just Josh Burns. And he has...
Yes, that's me.
We're going to have to tell him if any of his stories are going to make sense.
Okay, you idiots. Guess what? We goofed you again. Last time we thought you were opening the podcast to Tom Holland and his little...
Tom Holland!
Yeah, his little British accent. But guess what?
Chimney sweep.
This is the certified bra moment.
And this is a bra moment. We really swapped out Josh Burns for...
Josh Zimmer.
The only person to leave a comment on our videos.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Under the user
the first
Project
person
Atlantic.
in what will be many one day.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Look on the bright side.
Yeah. Well, we'll be doing this until we die.
Hey, you gotta win some to lose some.
Just like with the ladies.
You gotta spend money to make money.
That was good. That was great. Okay, who was to start? I think Chris should start since he had such a great segue.
Alright. Well, I had a girlfriend in high school. That was horrible. She was like, it was my junior year. She was a freshman. November, it lasted a month. And she was like, the whole time she was just like, talk about her problems to this other dude. And I'm like, hey, I'm here. And she's like, you wouldn't understand. You don't know. He knows me better. I'm like, okay, well
I'm
then.
your boyfriend.
Yeah, and I was like that. And she's like, no, you wouldn't understand. So I'm like, okay, we're done. Broke up with her. And she was like, oh, don't block me on any social media. And I'm like, okay, I don't care. I wasn't even gonna waste the time to do that.
Why wouldn't she want you to?
I don't know. And then she went and blocked me on all social media, and I'm like, okay, I don't care.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that it?
I mean, I've talked to girls through high school.
This is gonna be a short podcast.
Well, We do want to make
Is
them
that
shorter.
considered a certified bro moment?
That is a certified bro moment.
All right.
Thank you, Josh Burns. I mean, Josh Zimmer.
Josh Zimmerman?
No, there's no man.
Trayvon?
Funny enough, that guy's name was George Zimmerman. George Zimmer is the guy who owns the Men's Warehouse. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know where I'm going with this, but all those names are related to like mine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Also, when I was in school for music, I used to tell people Hans Zimmer, the composer, was my uncle.
Really?
Yeah.
This one kid from the old 180 band thought your last name was Zimmerman.
Good times, good times.
So
Yeah. Sure, go for it.
Okay, so
Shoot, bang, bang.
I never had like a actual big boy relationship, but I did have a couple relationships in elementary school.
Yeah, buddy.
Get him when them young.
In kindergarten,
Yeah, Brian, get him when they're young.
It's just McSee.
You're gonna get McSeed, son.
But in kindergarten, I liked this girl named Gracie, and
Are you name dropping?
in kindergarten, I liked this girl, and then I got in trouble because she told me it was quiet time, and she said, if you love me, then all you have to do is say it out loud. And she kept bugging me, and I said it. I got in trouble. I got 5 minutes off recess. I said, we're done. You
taking my recess times? Well, I'm taking my love to someone else.
And like the last time I saw her, I
Smacked her.
threw a crab apple at her by accident, and it stuck to her braces.
So you hit her right in the face.
Yeah.
Not only did
I
you
threw it at my
throw
friend.
a crab apple at her, you threw it at her face.
No, I didn't.
I've been hit with a crab apple before because we used to have a tree out front of my house. They hurt.
Yeah. Okay. So it was like at the end of the school year party at my house in 5th grade, and we
I can
decided.
just imagine you beaming her and like just.
I didn't mean to hit her.
I know, but like that's just how I'm picturing it
Yeah.
in my head. Just you full out beaming her in the face.
I did.
That's what you get, girl.
So we decided to have a crabapple fight because I have a crabapple tree, and then my friend Spencer Lyons, who you'll be hearing more of in the Friends podcast, I went to go for the headshot because I knew he could take it, and then he ducked, and then it's just so happened that this girl was trying to do the same, like throw at him at the same time I was, and she was right behind him. So he ducked, she didn't, and it slammed right into her face and got stuck to her braces, and it was like all messed up, and she had to go. I don't think she had to go to the orthodontist. I think it was just like she had to take a while picking out.
Now that's a certified bro.
That's a certified bro moment.
But did you get those digits?
When's the wedding?
Okay, well, I did get those digits.
Nice. That's all that counts.
Yeah, that's all I need.
I would've
But
gotten the digits
not by
once.
her. By a horse girl.
Wait, what?
Tommy Dillon talking to horse girl.
You know the horse girls.
So like you know how there's always that.
Yes. Oh wait, I think I heard about this on a previous.
Yeah, it was the
Yeah,
first. It was the first episode.
All right,
We talked about horse
girls. Okay.
How there's always that girl that likes horses.
Yeah.
So
Like there's 10 of them in Ocean City.
Yeah.
there's this girl. Let's just call her R. And she
Just call her horse girl.
Yeah, horse girl. Let's just call her horse girl. So horse girl, she, she's all into horses. She has a horse notebook, horse book bag. This is in like.
Her voice is pretty hoarse.
Yeah,
Nice.
actually, yeah. How did you know?
Oh, she sound like she has like a smoker's lung or something.
But like high pitch.
Hey guys,
So she.
where's the Newport at? I need to go ride my pony.
There we go. Yeah,
She has one of those little
exactly
things
what
where she has
said.
to hold it up to her.
Cover
Oh, yeah,
the hole in her mouth.
Yeah. It sounds like she's a robot.
For 10 years. In a while since I've ridden my horse.
Anyway, horse girl.
So, we were in the same play. I think it was Velveteen Rabbit or something. And then we were backstage.
Wasn't Velveteen Rabbit a competitor on the Masked Singer?
No, that's Harriet. No, Mad Rabbit or something? I don't know.
It's been a while since I've watched it.
So, she decided that she liked me, and she wrote her number on my hand. I said, "What's this for?" And she pushed me down a set of steel stairs.
RKO out of nowhere!
I'm like, okay, well,
Was that before the knee injuries or after the knee injuries?
That was before.
Okay.
So I guess she's
She's getting you prepped.
Yeah, she's getting me prepped. So, well, that's basically all that happened, and we became pretty good friends afterwards.
So did you get those digits again?
I didn't get those digits again.
I
got digits one time.
Go get those digits again, Tommy.
No.
Why?
Because we're friends.
So where's
just friends?
Where's horse girl today?
I don't know where I haven't talked to her since senior year, which was last year, and she didn't say where she was going. But I do know where her friend...
This sounds like the making of an excellent episode topic.
Where's
horse girl? Finding horse girl.
Finding horse girl? Just like finding Richard Simmons is finding horse girl.
Just like finding Nemo. We're gonna go travel to Australia to find horse girl.
Is that where she's at?
Nemo! Horse girl! But yeah, yeah. And then...
Feature film documentary. It's gonna be a new biopic.
So...
Finding horse girl. The Tommy Taylor story.
Did I ever tell you...
I mean, they love making stories about the gays.
Did I ever tell you, Chris, about the time that I liked a girl and I went to an 8-hour dance recital?
Yes,
for
you
her,
did
and
tell
she
me.
only danced twice.
And she friend-zoned you?
Yeah, and she friend-zoned me. She said, "You're such a good friend," afterwards. I'm like...
Why was it 8 hours?
That's just how long
90
competitions are.
It was like it was a competition.
They're just horrible. I used to go to them with my sister, and then after like the second one, my parents were like, "Yeah, you don't have to go." I'm like, "All right, I'm not going."
There's a point where I walked into the men's bathroom and I cried. I stayed in there for like a couple minutes.
Was that because you were just like exhausted from just being there?
Yeah.
You shot yourself in the foot to try and get out of it?
It was like fatigue. It was like at that point I'm like,
anybody want a gummy bear?
Was that on the floor?
Yeah, from underneath the couch.
I was like, she better not friend zone me.
Is that a quarter or a nickel?
It's a nickel.
Man.
Hey, can you check if I think my mom walked by. Can you check if she has her drinks or anything?
Okay.
So yeah, I got done, and like the finale had her in it, so I had to wait till the very end. And my mom, yeah, it was quite the thing to do in middle school. And then I got on my way home. I'm like, I just want some Popeyes. So I went and I got Popeyes, and I cried myself to sleep that night.
Popeyes is awesome.
I've never had Popeyes.
You never had
actually,
Popeyes?
I've had Popeyes once.
Well, you only like boneless chicken, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got boneless chicken there.
Boneless pizza.
Boneless pizza.
They got BBTs.
Sorry, that was me drinking. Here's the thing.
Drinking like my father did.
She was actually dating someone at that time, so I wasn't expecting much, but I was getting those brownie points in. And then she broke up with them in 8th grade, and then
And you're like, "Ayo, girl, remember when I went to that dance competition for you?"
yeah, and then we started getting really close and started hanging out, but by that time, I didn't really like her. So yeah.
And
I was
then
like,
she
you know
came out
what?
of the closet.
Really?
What? No, she didn't. But she did
What a twist.
But she did pull something out of the closet, and that's...
Was it a dead body?
No, it wasn't a dead body. She did pull out cleaning products, and now she tries to push them on me 24/7 and saying that Do you want to work from home and make millions of bucks?
Is she selling Norwex products? Do you guys know about Norwex? I see always like ladies in our church trying to push Norwex products.
Is it like is it like Mary Kay, but it's kind of like trendy, like boho chic kind of
like an essential oils type thing?
Kind of, yeah. It's like all natural.
Yeah.
No harmful chemicals.
Yeah, she does that.
Why would I get non-harmful chemical stuff? Like,
But she is.
I want to eat my Tide Pods and die.
But her products are completely legit, and I'm not defaming her publicly on a podcast.
So you're endorsing her?
I am not endorsing her. Please, buy
comment.
if you want, but don't.
Is she today's sponsor?
We have no comment about her products.
You guys have sponsors on the show, right?
The only sponsor that I am wearing today
No, you're not talking about MeUndies.
are MeUndies. Look at this. It's a wine and cheese underwear.
The one that
This
your mother
year.
wanted to send back.
I mean, this month is wine and cheese because Virginia's for the lovers, and this month is for the lovers.
Well,
Because it's Black History Month.
I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
So, let me just say, this
Why
the
is Black
spookiest
History Month the
month
shortest
ever.
month of the year?
Even on leap year.
I mean, they got their rights. They don't need a full month.
Well, they have the full month. It's just not the longest month.
Yeah, they don't need a full 31 days.
They haven't earned it yet.
Yeah, they haven't.
They haven't worked hard enough.
Maybe work a little longer in the fields, and maybe we'll give you full 31 days.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe if you met the quota of the cotton.
We already gave them 25 acres and a mule. So, yeah. Words. This is the love episode.
It's okay, guys. Tommy's biracial and his dad's black. We can
Oh
say
yeah,
this.
I'm. If listeners don't know, I'm biracial. My dad's black and my mom's white, so I can say this.
So that means he has biracial-itis, which is a crippling disease sweeping over the nation that we need to stop.
And it comes from listening to Logic. But
Who can relate?
who can relate? Woo!
Alright.
But yeah, yeah, that's all I had to say.
That's all you got?
That's all I got.
Time for our guest.
What do you guys want to know? I'm an open book.
First relationship.
We could just talk about Clifton.
Who's Cliff?
But there's more than Cliff.
Clifton. You just told me I had to talk about Clifton. So I'm
No,
just
I
gonna
said
talk
it's
about
our
Clifton.
Valentine's Day episode.
Ooh.
You could talk about Clifton.
I'll just talk about Clifton.
Yeah, let's hear about Cliff.
So her real name's not Clifton, but we're gonna refer to her as Clifton.
Because that's her made-up name.
Yeah. Derives
Just
from
like her gender.
the viral video. Yeah, right. Derives from the viral video hit of Clifton Brown, which will be inserted right here, right? Who was ever editing the podcast?
I'll
Yep.
insert it. Yeah.
If it's too heavy, I don't cross it. Me, Clifton Brown, don't cross it.
1, 2, 3.
My baby don't mess around.
A real love master. How to get a girl carry a boombox outside of her house.
Hey, y'all.
All right, so
very jarring.
Clifton was a girl I met through a dating app about this last May. So throughout the summer we were talking to each other and I guess dating,
Chit-chatting.
chit-chatting.
Well, was it official dating or was it just chit-chatting?
No, it was official. It was like, it was that in-between stage. We were past talking to each other, but we weren't boyfriend, girlfriend. We were dating, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked for maybe about a month and a half, and then I was playing at a music festival up in Pennsylvania, and she's from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. She's not Amish.
Oh.
She's Amish.
Despite what many might say. And it was... what do you want me to do? Like, describe her?
Yeah.
She was an interesting girl. I mean, she had...
Tell us a little bit about her.
Her meme game was strong. which is good. But
And she's Amish?
I dated the only Amish meme lord in existence.
Self-proclaimed.
Self-proclaimed Amish meme lord.
That'd be a good band name, Amish Meme Lord. I'm picturing like you know those documentaries where they get the talking heads. It says their occupation is like Clifton Amish Meme Lord.
No, it's like
Can we
like on sports games where like they pop up with the person. It's like Chris May, number 16, Amish Meme Lord.
So please, at this point in the podcast, I hope all the listeners are now seeing a Photoshop picture of something with the caption Amish Meme Lord.
The Clifton Brown interview. Instead of saying Clifton Brown, it says Clifton Amish Meme Lord.
Amish Meme Lord, yes.
I'll work on that.
Okay, work on that. Send it to me, and I'll edit it in.
Anyway, she was about 5 years younger than me. She had just turned, I think, 22.
How tall was
We
she?
were dating. She was short. She was like 5'3" or something.
Nearly a legal midget.
Yeah, right up my alley.
Okay, so that's
Not the legal midget part.
Nearly illegal.
I find. Well, all right, let me clarify. I find shortness in girls attractive, but not if they're legally a midget.
So you don't like legal midgets?
I love legal midgets. I just want to date one.
Oh, because they're a midget.
Yeah. Don't we have a legal midget in our church?
I don't know.
What's the short or what's the height limit to be a midget?
I think
it's under 5. Like
for
5.
women.
I thought it was 4'11" or something.
I think it's 4'10".
For men, I think it's.
What's the qualifications for a legal midget?
Asking the hard-hitting questions here.
No, then ask her what's the qualifications for an illegal midget.
The Little People of America defines a dwarfism as a medical or genetic condition that results in an adult height of 4'10" or shorter among both men and women.
Do we have anyone
4'10"?
who's 4'10"?
The average height of an adult with dwarfism is 4 foot, but typically ranges from 2'8" to 4'8". Oh wait, what's a midget?
What do you do if, like, just one day?
A midget is a term for a proportionate dwarf. It's a term from back in the 1860s.
Well, yeah, it's not like...
During the height of the freak show era.
Isn't it like Isn't it like... My dad keeps getting on me for saying midget, and he's like, oh, small person. I'm like, Dad, when you've been called a midget for most of your life, which I have by my mother, she's very, very demeaning. And I'm not kidding. You've heard me. You've heard her. Yeah, she calls me a midget.
That's funny.
I know.
Well, my parents couldn't call me a midget because my mom was 6 foot, my dad was 6'3". I was gonna be tall.
And you're disgustingly just...
It makes me want to throw up.
Yeah,
My
look
hands.
at that. You can crush like a ostrich egg in one hand, can't you?
Listen here, black boy.
I'll cut out the clap.
No. I won't make the picture
Okay.
of the Amish meme lord.
I'll actually leave in the clap so it sounds like you smacked me. Listen here.
Ow! So, do you guys... The word midget. Do you guys know the comedian John Mulaney?
Yeah.
He has a bit where he's talking to some, I think, executive at like a TV. Oh, I know what it was. It was for an award show. He was writing jokes for an award show, and he wanted to write a joke about midgets. And the guy who was like overseeing the award show was like, "You can't say the word midget on like this award show. You're gonna offend people." And he was like, "Really? Like I don't think so. I really want to say the word midget." And the guy goes, "No, like saying the word midget is like saying the N-word." And he's like, first of all, no, and you know how I can tell? Because we're actually saying the word midget, and we're not saying the N-word.
Alright, Clifton, Amish meme lord.
Not a midget.
Not a midget.
Ooh, that's what you can put. Like, okay, now picture the photoshopped image now. You got the caption Amish meme lord, and then in parentheses, not a midget next to it.
This is so good.
Can you guys have an official?
I'm picturing someone.
We got it out of like a TV executive, like they're sitting at their board table. Like, all right, let me pitch the show. It's about this dude Clifton. He's telling them they can't cross the river. He's an Amish meme lord. He's not a midget.
Can this podcast have an official mascot, and can that official mascot be Clifton, the Amish meme lord, who is not a midget?
Yes.
Yeah, that. Okay, yeah. We're making big podcast decisions without Josh.
Does he really care though?
Nah. I think he's more into doing the social media stuff, like God Hates Gamers. Which, if you guys want to check out a really, really funny Twitter page, it's God Hates Gamers. It's
spelled Gaymer.
Yeah, and it's the Westboro Baptist Church Gaming Task
Force. For a second, I thought when I was spelling it out, I said J instead of. I think I did say J instead of G.
Did you say J?
I might have.
You said Jay.
I might have. I'm bad at English. That's why I'm not in college. Did you just almost vomit again?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Actually, I think it's just the combination of you and Josh Burns, or maybe it's just the combination of you and Josh. Because I don't.
He like every time he burps, he like almost throws up. But it's only when I'm around.
It's been several times on the podcast where I've like a little throw up's come out.
Like in the first episode, I ran over, grabbed the trash can, and threw it in his face because he almost threw up all over the table.
Wow.
Mommy's not here to burp me.
Mommy's not here to.
That is strange.
Have you ever thought about this is why you're single?
There we go.
Alright, so Clifton. Not a midget.
Amish meme lord. Talked to her for about 6 weeks. I was playing at a music festival up in Pennsylvania. We met up for the first time. And I was at the festival for a few days. She was only there for one. Spent the whole day with her. Not my favorite day.
Why was that?
Oh, man. There's nothing, like, in common with her to talk about. It was strange, like, we would exchange memes and texts all the time, but then when we were actually there face-to-face and in person, there was, like,
nothing
going on. And I wanted to hang out with my band the whole time. That's the only thing I was thinking about.
Your band? I don't think it's your band.
The band that I am in.
There you go, Buckaroo.
Which band?
Thrashing Fleas.
Oh!
The greatest heavy metal band in history.
Download our newest single, How to Make a Family.
I'm not gonna. That's actually really good. I'll make a family.
That's not getting cut, Josh. You're gonna learn what it's like to be Tommy on the podcast.
So good.
I really hope Aaron starts listening to the podcast. And then here's that one.
How to make a family.
But yeah, I spent the day with her. Some of it was kind of nice, just talking and like hearing about her life and just interacting with her for the first time. It was a very interesting experience.
And her history with crack.
And yeah, that's disclaimer: not a midget, also not a crack addict.
I'm just doing one.
Do we also have to add that into the picture, or
I'll put white powder over his face. Not a crack addict.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to really learn how to use Photoshop now.
Going all out.
Can you also like fade? No, you can't fade it in. Can you fade in the also not a crack addict? When he says,
I thought you were gonna say fade in the crack on the.
I'll make a video just like
appears.
he's fading in crack over his face.
She wasn't. I don't know. There's no other way to say it. Like, she wasn't for me, and that's like the only way to put it. There was a difference in, I think, maturity level.
Well, there was a 5-year age gap.
5-year age gap. I'm a lot older than these guys. I'm an old man here.
10 years older than me.
You're 9 years older than me, I think.
And
Closer to
then
9 for you than for me.
Yeah.
I kept talking to her though, like for another, just throughout the summer, just trying to like
You
see.
guys,
Well, maybe
like,
just,
around August is when I remember you guys.
yeah. So it was like from May to August, so all of last summer pretty much.
That was last summer. Was it Creation?
2018.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my mom got that for you guys.
Yeah. So I went up and visited her a couple times. Just like trying to get to know her and like.
Try and see if you could go anywhere with it.
Yeah, and then like after like so many times, it just like wasn't happening. We had a difference in like beliefs, which
I
was
really like
interesting.
astrology.
Yeah, she was super into astrology, which was not flying with me.
But didn't she
Well,
say
that's
she
because you're a
wasn't?
Gemini.
No, is that a thing?
I think
I've heard that phrase multiple times.
I think that's that's just a meme now.
Yeah, it's like
Gemini.
it's like I threw boiling hot oil onto my cat when I'm a Gemini. I'm so crazy.
Or like I saw one where it was like Trump and he's like, I gotta build. Oh, I accidentally killed that Mexican man. I'm such a Libra. Sorry.
It's
Well, I'm an Aquarius, I believe.
I'm a Leo.
Does that give
You're
me?
a Sagittarius.
yeah, I'm the horseman.
Does that give
right?
me a free pass on doing terrible things?
No.
I don't know.
Aquarius is peace
Uh,
because Age of Aquarius,
yeah.
the song. I think
I'm a.
this is
a
all
lion.
getting from. I
We're
only get
making
that
up
from
astrology
the song,
stuff. Yeah.
The song Age of Aquarius.
Anyway,
I'm getting this from Aquaman.
I don't subscribe to that stuff.
Ocean to
So,
ocean.
she was like super into it. And she kept like slyly like trying to work it into conversations with me. And I had seen her Twitter page, and her Twitter page was like filled with this stuff. And she like was just trying to like get me to talk about astrology stuff. Like we went to the Franklin Institute where they have like
Yeah.
the planetarium and stuff. And she was like, "Oh, I wonder if they have anything here on astrology. What do you think?"
Well, it's not science, so
That's what I should have said.
get out
I
of here.
remember in my junior year, I took astronomy,
Mm.
and on the first day of the teacher, he's just like, he's such a funny guy because he's just very blunt, and he's like, all right, if any of you thought this was astrology, get out. Go to your counselor, change the class, because you're stupid.
Did half the class leave?
Only one girl left. And she was a senior, and like all of her friends were in the class, and she's like, and just walks out of the room.
Oh.
It's like I heard somebody thought cosmetology was like the study of the cosmos.
The study of the show Cosmos.
Yeah.
I thought.
Studying Neil deGrasse Tyson.
What was it? I thought. Cryptology was cryptozoology.
Cryptozoology?
Cryptozoology.
Yeah.
Whatever it was.
Oh no! Oh, cryptology.
Yeah, I thought
Okay.
cryptology.
What is cryptology?
Cryptology is like, I think it's like hidden
Cryptids?
message and stuff
Okay.
like that. Cryptozoology is like cryptids and stuff like that.
Yeah, like Bigfoot and
Yeah, so I.
Chupacabra and
Yeah, and when I was a kid, I wanted to be that. I wanted to be a cryptozoologist. I wanted to go find not Bigfoot, not Loch Ness
You
Monster.
found
I wanted-
Bigfoot.
Yeah, I found Bigfoot right there and right here. I mean, I am Bigfoot. But I wanted to find the polar grizzly bear, but someone beat me to it.
wait, what is that?
It's so I think in Russia, in like the topmost point of Russia, there's like an overlapping species. So there's both grizzly bear and polar bear, and when you bring them together, you get the grizzly polar bear.
So it's
And
a
So
hybrid.
it's like a liger.
yeah, but you rarely see any of them. And then I'm like, but there's all these stories of the grizzly polar bear and stuff like that. I'm like, I want to find it, but someone found it, and
Now I cry myself to sleep every night.
yeah, because now my life has no meaning because I wanted to.
What is my purpose?
No, that's
Somebody
not
beat
true.
to it. Do you guys know about the Mothman?
Yeah, yeah.
Marty and Dakota claim they've seen the Mothman.
We had it in my
Driving home from like I think it was from Liberty University. They saw him on the road in Virginia or something.
In my neighborhood, we had this mythical hobo that lived in the woods between our neighborhood and the parkway. And, like seriously, like, we just see this, like, 6-foot tall dude running around the neighborhood at night. It was, like, the weirdest thing ever, and then suddenly it just disappeared.
Pretty sure that's Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaq running around my neighborhood at night.
Gold bond.
And then he tries to sell you what's the general car insurance.
Target starts talking about Icy Hot.
It's
cool. No to your skin.
Instead of Christmas, you guys celebrate Shaq Day, where he slips Icy Hot into each of your shoes while you're sleeping.
And like if you're good, then it's like cold, and if it's warm, you're bad.
I think I'm gonna try and find a soundbite of Shaquille O'Neal saying "nurture your skin" and make that my ringtone. Nurture your skin.
He rubs the gold bond on your weenus. And then that's how you know he's been there.
He's helping you stop from being ashy while you sleep.
Yeah.
Nurture your skin.
Nurture your skin. Thank you, Shaquille O'Neal.
I won't watch that, but I found a best of Shaq's Gold Bond commercials moments on YouTube.
I remember when I used to go to Shore Fellowship Church, and we used to go to. Have you ever heard of the Goat Man of New Jersey?
Wait, yes, I think I have. I've heard of the Goat Man, but I don't know if he was of New Jersey.
I think it mainly stems around New Jersey.
Is the Goat Man the thing that changes? There's a creepypasta online of the Goat Man. It's like a shapeshifter. I think that's what I'm thinking of.
Scusi.
You mean Pastafarianism?
No.
Pastafari.
Somebody in my
Something different.
This is going into the Halloween special. So basically, there's a Goat Man. He's half man, half goat. He's a spirit, I guess. And there's a bridge.
He's a goat
called the Goat Man's Bridge.
Is this a place we can go to?
Yeah, but
Should
okay, I hate BuzzFeed, but this is the only good thing that they ever did, where they sent two guys that I actually really like out to Goat Man's Bridge, and one believed in the Goat Man, and one was a skeptic, and the skeptic one. He just started trashing Goat Man on the bridge. He was like dunking on him. It was really good. And then, but when I was at Shore Fellowship, we went to camp. I don't know why I pointed at you. So we went to camp. Yeah, we went to camp.
Were you there?
No, I don't go to Shore Fellowship.
And I brought the claw from Secret Saturdays because I thought I'd find the Goat Man.
You brought what?
You'll hear about it when you listen
hear
to our next episode. It's gonna be released.
That's
today.
a really good. The claw from that got all the toys from my school band. So
he got them banned.
I got them banned because
somebody else accidentally hit themselves.
Because somebody scrunched themselves in the face. With
somebody snatched up their wig.
Yeah, their wigs snatched. They like
that check, cash.
So the claw is like extendable and retractable, and if you push certain buttons, and this kid stared at it like directly and mashed on all the buttons, and it shot at his face and smacked him in the mouth.
Misaligned his nose.
Yeah, his nose was like sideways a little bit.
Ooh. Permanently?
No. It was like...
You know, we haven't finished the Clifton story yet.
Yeah, let's finish the Clifton.
Where was I?
Talking after creation.
Oh, yeah. Met up with her a few times.
Franklin Institute.
Tried talking about astrology a lot. When we were in Philadelphia, we went into a bookshop, and a couple of the workers in the front of the bookshop were talking about astrology. And then, like, we walked out of the bookshop and a little bit later, and she was like... isn't it funny those book workers were like talking about astrology? Like, what do you think of that?
I didn't laugh.
yeah, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess. And like, after that was like the second or third time she tried to like talk to me about it, and I like was just like,
I don't believe
very put off by it.
So
like for the rest of our time in Philadelphia, I was like, I was put off by it, so I guess I gave off a different vibe.
Did you ever tell her, like, I don't believe in astrology?
Yeah, and then a few weeks later, not even a few weeks later, maybe a few days later, she got mad at me because she thought, like, I was embarrassed by her or something. All this whole thing. Like,
You told me about that.
Yeah, it snowballed into, like, this whole thing where she was, like, mad at me about something, and I said, like, no, I'm not, like, embarrassed by you. But I was like, oh, it was just strange that you kept trying to talk to me about astrology, and I, like, didn't like that you were trying to, like, work it into, like, our conversations. So between that and, like, not clicking with her much, and also her being younger, and it was, like, not working out, so we were just both like, let's not talk to each other anymore.
Yeah.
And I was like, alright, cool. I wasn't like...
Saved me time.
Yeah, it was like, I was, like, telling a lot of friends about it afterwards, and they were like, oh, man, that sucks. And I was like, no, I was like, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
It was cool to...
I remember we talked about it the one night at youth group when we were down in the basement playing pool.
Oh, yeah.
And watching CCTVs.
Yep. On my phone. Of my workspace.
So,
Judging your coworkers.
Yeah.
any other notable stories? Or
You were talking to somebody from Boston.
Yeah, now I'm talking to another girl who I met the same way I met Clifton. What should we call her?
What does her name start with?
A J.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, alright.
Jeffrey Star.
No.
So Josh, you're talking to this girl, Jeffrey Star.
Let's just call her Jeffrey.
Jeffrey Star.
But every time we say Jeffrey, you gotta throw a star up on the screen.
I'll flash several stars up on the screen.
Yeah, Jeffrey.
Star.
Just leave
Jeffrey.
up
Jeffrey.
a star the whole time he says Jeffrey.
No, I'll put up a bunch of famous Jeffreys.
Just a whole bunch of Jeffrey
What other
Star
famous
pictures.
Jeffreys are there?
Exactly.
Isn't
Jeff
like
Dunham's- no.
Greg Heffley's dad named Jeffrey or something?
Greg Heffley.
Greg Heffley from self-acclaimed, not self-acclaimed, critically acclaimed book series, Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
I never read those. I think those were before my time, or after my time.
Don't you mean George Zimmerman?
George Zimmerman.
Jeffrey Rush. Do you know who Jeffrey Rush is?
Jeffrey Star.
Anyway, yeah, I'm talking to Jeffrey now. She's pretty cool.
You guys have more in common than you and
Yeah,
Clifton?
she's a musician, which is like...
Does she make
wonderful.
real music like you do, or no?
She makes like...
Did she make real music or country?
Country is not real music. Changed my mind.
That was probably the greatest line ever uttered on this podcast. She actually plays classical. She's a classical piano player.
That's
awesome.
It's awesome. We
Classical
went to
piano, more like wasting your time.
We went to New York City.
Learn how to play the trombone.
We went to New York City a couple weeks ago, and we were in like a music shop, and she took out her iPad, and she has like all this classical music on her iPad. She played a G minor prelude. I forget who it's by, but it was like this big, like long 10-15 minute piece, and she played like perfectly.
And then you guys started slapboxing in Times Square.
Yeah.
What? Is that true?
Yeah. So you know where like there's in Times Square you have all those red
Just
steps.
like roll up your sleeves. You're like, all right, let's go. Pop. Clap her in the face.
The red steps.
There's have you ever seen like Times Square? There's like a big there's like a big thing of like
Like
stairs.
the bleachers.
Yeah, so we were at the top. And it was like this nice moment, and I just slapped her, and then she slapped me back. And we started slapping each other.
And then he Batista bombed over the railing.
And then everybody thought I had a hat on, and my hat fell off and like fell on the ground. And everybody thought it was like some sort of like performance art, so they started like giving us money in my hat.
Is that true?
And then you just uppercut her for the finish.
Yeah.
Finishing move.
Some dude dropped 100 in there, and I took her out to a nice dinner, and we called it a night.
I like how you think this is real.
The look on Tommy's face was
Dude, why would
shock
you do
and
that?
awe.
Look, because there are weirder people out there.
Why do you think this guy would
Yeah,
slapbox a woman, and not in general, but also in public?
When the time calls for you to slapbox a woman in public, you slapbox a woman in public.
Hey,
Don't slapbox women in public.
although it is 2019, equal rights for all.
Yeah. Equal rights, equal responsibility.
If women were allowed to fight at the Alamo, I feel
Would have
like
been a different outcome.
yeah, it would have been a completely different outcome.
If women could have fought in the revolution.
Davy Crockett would have survived.
Do you guys think the British would have won the revolution if women could fight?
No.
No, because British people suck. And I
Change my mind.
changed my mind. I mean, British people, they're too busy getting
Get
their
your
teeth
teeth
misaligned.
Wait, they purposely misaligned
Yeah,
them?
they get the London look.
They get brains.
Maybe it's enabling.
The London look. Was that like an old that girl is actually Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones? That's his daughter.
Really?
And there was a meme where it was like get the London look, and it had her like on the one side, and the other side it was like a guy like taking a chisel and hammer.
Oh
to
yeah, yeah.
Have you seen like the maybe it's Maybelline, but it's like she's got like really buck teeth. Maybe it's Enabling.
She's a horse girl.
Part horse, part 3/4 horse, 1/5 horse. Did I just mess that up?
All
I think I
fun. But yeah. So,
Josh, would you ever date a horse girl?
No,
Would you date a hearse girl?
like she's into dead people.
No, that she
that's
drives
an,
a
drives
that's
a
an
hearse?
info. Wait, no, that's not an info. That's a.
Oh,
Yeah.
so did we talk about the graveyard? No. So yesterday, Tommy, actual Josh, and I went to visit Tommy and my
Actually,
grand-
he's not
I'm not a real
actual
one.
Josh. He's
went
not.
to visit our
You're a fake
grandparents at
Josh.
the graveyard, and we're going through there, and like as soon as we go to the car to go visit my grandparents after visiting Tommy's granddad, of course there's a funeral procession that comes in and just like blocks the way.
It has to ruin our day.
Yeah,
I
like-
mean, really.
Like we were having a good time visiting Tommy's granddad, then going to visit my grandparents,
and they
but
go
then they're
and
like,
cry in
"Oh,
their cars. Okay.
losers,
Okay.
Get
Little
over
selfish.
I didn't meet my granddad, and you got to meet your dead person. Suck it up, buckaroo.
Yeah. Okay.
Should have introduced him to Jesus, because then, maybe you'd see him again. That was a little harsh.
Yeah, it's a little, yeah. Clap that out. But yeah, that's.
Sorry, we talked about heaven downstairs today. I was getting...
You wanna pad the. Let's pad the time a little bit, and okay, let's talk about her. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. So there's a girl.
Listen here, Deborah.
Let's call her
Let's call her KG.
KG. I was
Yeah.
gonna.
Is
Actually,
this the girl who's had like a boyfriend for 7 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
messy on the podcast. But yeah, actually,
We're talking about her.
we're talking about her.
Yes. So, Tommy, you worked at the Music Pier, as we talked about in the jobs episode,
In the
right?
music episode, yeah.
And there was this girl that you saw across
Well,
the board.
first there were two girls at
Was
that.
it Love at First Sight?
Love at First ice cream cone.
No, it was weird.
Oh, she works at Coors. Okay. Spoiler alert.
So
What's her name? Alex? Alexa?
So there were two girls. One worked not with me, but kind of with me. So, the Music Pier is a venue used by the government to control our minds.
Yeah, sounds like you're going into conspiracy theory territory.
Yeah, Pizzagate. But yeah. Did I tell you that Josh believes a little bit of Pizzagate?
What?
Josh Burns said
Other Josh, not
yeah,
me.
not Josh Zimmer. He said yeah, there are some weird things happening with Pizzagate. I won't deny that, but I don't believe Pizzagate wholeheartedly.
What
I'm
is
like,
Pizzagate?
Josh, don't believe Pizzagate at all. It's a conspiracy that in like some kind of pizza restaurant, or is it a collection of pizza restaurants in Washington D.C., the Democratic Party is trafficking children, and then
Whoa.
and
That's pretty, like...
Heavy stuff.
Yeah.
and they use cheese pizza as
As it like a slang for.
child porn.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So it's CP, cheese pizza,
Mm-hmm.
child CP, child
Yeah,
porn.
I got that.
It's a little too highbrow for you. I'm sorry. It might be a little too highbrow, but yeah.
You know I got 2 words for you, Tommy. Ooga booga.
Thanks. But on the way up to picking you up, for some reason we got onto the topic of Pizzagate. I'm like, you don't actually believe? He was like, there are some coincidences.
It may not be the Democratic Party that's.
Yeah, I don't think the Democratic Party.
I'd say it's more of the moderates.
And they say that it's led by Hillary Clinton.
That I could believe.
That, yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody could be ahead of
Well,
that.
Hillary Clinton has done some sketchy things.
It's Monica.
Let me just
She's
say,
doing this
Monica
just to get back at
Lewinsky.
Monica. Oh, what was the thing from Quiplash at the Super Bowl party? It was like, the thing was like, what's Bill Clinton hiding in his office or something? Or what's Bill Clinton got at his yard sale? And I put Monica Lewinsky.
One used Monica Lewinsky half price. But yeah, it's okay. Yeah, it is kind of Hillary Clinton's sketchy, but I don't think Pizzagate's real. And Josh thinks that parts of Pizzagate is real. But the Music Pier, back to the Music Pier, back to the love episode.
Back to KG. Let's call her Kenny G.
Kenny G. But yeah, so I work at the Music Pier. Awful experience. Awful. But there's 2 girls that I was interested in.
You'd block lips with.
One worked for the government. She like helped all the events and stuff
Like a
like
Nazi?
that. Yeah, she was a Nazi. Yes, Chris, she was a Nazi. I loved a Nazi. And it wasn't you, surprisingly.
Wow.
So
Talking to other men, I see.
Thanks. So, yeah, and one worked across the boardwalk, and yeah,
The one that walked across the boardwalk was Kenny G.
yeah. So I had a decision to make which one I wanted to ask out. I felt like I had more of a chance with the one who worked for the government. I was dead wrong. I got dunked on in front of KG.
No, but didn't she say like, "Oh yeah, we could hang out," but then like
Yeah,
nothing
as
happened?
friends, and then I said, like, I texted her, "Do you want to hang out?" And she said, "Yeah, I'm a little too busy," and we never talked ever again.
So she didn't even want to hang out as friends.
I don't really think.
That's
But you
usually
got
way
the
it
digits.
goes.
Yes, but I deleted those digits.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
Is that what you did, Josh, with Clifton?
I don't think I have the memory one. Well, when you cut off contact with a person, there's no reason to keep the digits.
yeah.
Mhm.
So
Move on.
Move on, punk.
and it's weird. It's a weird little. Okay, so I first saw her.
Who's
Not-
her? Kenny G?
Yeah, Kenny G. Not met her at the Summers Point Starbucks my first day of work because I had to go in late because I had to take like a math test at Stockton to like a math placement test. So I went there, I held the door for her, and then I just left because I'm like, well, it's just Starbucks. So I went to my job, and I'm sitting eating lunch, and I see her walking the boardwalk. I'm like, that's weird. And she walks into the store across from me, and I'm like, that's really weird. It turns out that she worked there, and I chose the other girl, and I'm like, it would be weird if I tried asking out KG after being rejected.
Were you
in
rejected
front of
by
her.
the garment girl in front of Kenny G?
Yeah, it was right in front of the store. So I'm like, that would feel like I would be going, like she would be a rebound.
Mm-hmm.
So I finished out summer. I'm like, that was fine, whatever. Time to go to school. And then I sat down in one of my classes. I looked to my right, and she was there. And I'm like, that's super weird. And nothing ever came of that. And then I went on Christmas break, and then my mom came home, and she's like, some girl from Stockton came into my into the church, and she said that she's a communications major. I'm like, this better not be the same girl. And it turned out it was. And she planned a funeral. She was planning a funeral for a person that she never even met until that day.
Wow.
And she hired me and Chris. And
to run the tech.
yeah. And then that's when I found out that she was dating a guy for 7 years, and I think they're going to get engaged. So I stepped off, and then why I was so hesitant to talk about her was because she invited me into a journalism club. So, the end. Well, guess what? This looks like it would be a great time to end the podcast. Josh, if you want to plug anything, plug it. You've got several great songs.
Oh, I thought you meant like plug something in.
Yeah,
one of the
plug
outlets.
something in
Yeah,
to the
on the
outlets.
wall.
Yeah.
I need to bring my phone charger. I just released a new single, available on Spotify. You could look up the what do you call it? Musical Project Atlantic, and all my music is there on all digital and streaming platforms.
Should you?
He's also the guy who did our theme song. So
That is me.
Do you want to give us like the link you have on your Instagram? Like puts all your links.
Yeah,
Put
my
in
link tree.
Yeah. We
Can you
put
also
We'll put it in the description.
All right,
can you also hum a sample of your song?
hard pass.
Okay.
That wasn't an option.
Yeah, that wasn't an option. That was in your
It was in
contract on going
come on.
on to this podcast.
All right.
Can you sing it?
How's it go?
You're my dad.
Come on, Josh. That's not your song. Are you trying to get us copyrighted? Well, before this podcast
Stop.
ends,
No, wait, and listen.